Blessings. Today is day 2 of Devotion in Motion, my Cosmic Priestess Bliss challenge. And since it's day 2, I felt this call to clear my altar space and give great thanks to the sacred items and lay them to rest so that I can breathe life back into the altar. And I believe truly in altar craft and the profound connection it can make to my own internal connection to my spiritual practice. And I'll talk more about that later. But what I wanted to share with you was after I sat down, I cleared my space with some Korean incense. And then I activated the altar with my candle, which on it says love. And the medicine that I'm working with, the plant medicine I'm working with every day for the next 30 days, are white roses. And so saying hello and greeting my altar, I keep looking this way because my altar is over here. And then as I dropped in, I shared a prayer because that's what I do as a minister of walking prayer. I open the space up with a prayer and I speak it out loud. So after doing all that, what felt really true was to begin to understand what cosmic priestess bliss actually feels like in my internal landscape. That there are these words that have been weaved in together. And sure, my mind could make up stories and really profound reasons why it's called cosmic priestess bliss, but my internal system needs to know it, to feel it. And so, therefore, because of that, there is a space for me to set my intent and to weave in energetically the feeling of cosmic priestess bliss that is required if this is the journey I will be taking for the entire month. So, what I did was I brought out the mala beads that I will be wearing every day. I believe also in adorning myself with sacred tools that will remind me. And so these mala beads that I'd gotten in Bali remind me of this path I'm taking for this month. So does this ring, and I'll talk more about that in another day. But for now, the mala beads really felt like it was going to be the adornment that will be the sacred tool to remind me what I am doing, where I am, what does this mean? And so naturally, that means that in order for myself to have a relationship, as a reminder that I need to activate my mala beads, I also need to set the intent as to what it is that I am doing. So, what I did was I sat here and I started, there's 108 beads. And so I started my prayer and I shared and I said out loud, Cosmic Priestess Bliss, Cosmic Priestess Bliss, right? And I just kept on going around the beads 108 times. Now, in the beginning, I noticed again my mind just kind of wrapping its awareness around what does that mean? What is this journey? What should I share outwardly to people? What's happening right now internally? And then there's a moment, and this is what I believe is the beauty of a spiritual practice. There's a moment where something clicks into place and it's no longer about your mind. And first, it accesses my body. And so I could feel that cosmic priestess bliss. And to me, it feels like rose blooming in my root or in my yoni. And so, in that space of blooming is my orgasmic yes. And what if I lived my life from that place over and over again? And that would be my cosmic priestess bliss. And so I felt that and I could feel that undulating all the way in my body. And then it clicks into place and I dropped in through my heart into the energetic field, the acausal realm, the liminal space, the 5D. And it's in this space where all of a sudden my connection to everything around me, both here in this earthly realm and in the cosmic celestial realm, began to navigate this prayer of cosmic priestess bliss. So kept on going with my beads, right? Cosmic priestess bliss, cosmic priestess bliss. As I started to navigate the bridge between the different worlds and honoring those allies that will be with me, including my mala beads, my ring, my roses, and all the sacred tools that are here on my altar. And so, for you all, may that inspire you. Today, what if you set into motion, now that you have recognized where you may have been spiritually not aligned, and now you're coming back to center, finding yourself in spiritual alignment? What's that next step? That next step is seating in the prayer. What is the intent and the intention of your spiritual practice to begin with, right? Like, to say that we have a spiritual practice is one thing, but why? Why are we feeling called? What does it do for us? How does it activate us? How does it bring us home and to a place of deeper knowing? So, what is the intent for the next number of days for this month? And then you can use mala beads, but if that is not something that you use or part of your own cultural reference, you can also use a stone, right? This is a river stone that I have for a very long time, and I walk with it. I can also just rub it as I say it or move it around in different ways. I have other stones I use in my ceremonial process, and so I might do that. I might just hold it and say those words until I feel it. I could use a timer, or I can use a singing bowl or bells, right? Whatever feels true for you. This is not about me bestowing onto you, quote, exactly what to do, but more around an inspiration as I continue to find inspiration through devotion and motion for myself. All right, blessings to each of you, and happy, happy day 2.